Hi, I'm Sangeeta Gopi. We've been getting a lot of mails, messages and comments on our Facebook page asking for us to do a video on the OET writing updation of the marking criteria. So here I am with just that intention. So you all know that the OET marking criteria have been updated. But what is the updation and what are the changes? So let's begin with saying that these changes will come into effect from August. That is the next test date that we have. So from then on, all of you will be evaluated based on this updated marking criteria. So how did this whole marking criteria updation come into being? After having spoken to a lot of medical professionals across the world, taking into consideration the feedback of stakeholders and candidates alike. Now, stakeholders will involve a lot of trainers, teachers who take up OET classes, you have health professionals, you have hospital management, you have other staff and all the other people who have invested in OET. So these become the stakeholders. So taking into consideration their feedback and the candidates' feedback, OET has come up with these changes. Because the medical field, the field of medical practitioners is evolving rapidly. So taking into consideration the changing nature of work, these have been updated. So let me begin by saying that there are certain things that have seen no changes. Okay, so what are these? There are 4 aspects which will remain the same even in the updated marking criteria. The first one is the format of your writing. That means you still have to write a referral letter and that remains the same. The time of 5 minutes that you have for reading the task, that sees no change also. And you're given 40 minutes to write the letter and that too remains the same. So basically, the format of your writing task sees no change. The second aspect which will not have a change is the language proficiency level. OET, your score, your grade of B, or now the equivalent score, that is, let's say 350 to 440, that is benchmarked to the IELTS and the common European framework of reference for languages. So for IELTS you need a band of 7 if you're a medical professional to be able to work abroad, and for OET that is a grade of B, and this benchmarking remains the same. The recommended strategies that you will find on the OET website, that too remains the same. Some of these strategies which says that you need to begin by reading the task at the end of the case file first, you need to identify whom you're writing the letter to and what information is required for you to give to them, plus selection of relevant case notes. So these recommended strategies that are given on the OET website, these also see no change. And the last aspect that will remain the same even with the updated marking criteria is the writing skills that are being assessed. So now my question is, if these remain the same, what are the aspects that are being updated? So what is the updated writing marking criteria? I'll talk about that in our next video.